Hello everyone, Manic here. I do apologize if I sound a little exhausted. It's just that it is nearly, it's 11:20 at night, and this is the first time I was able to get some recording done because I've been doing school stuff. But it's fine. That's part of the reason why I'm getting it done now, just because I have a moment. Mainly just because I got an assignment turned in. Tomorrow I have to do a lot more work. I will try to get day 3 recorded tomorrow some point in time, if I can. If not, it may have to wait until Sunday. Actually, it may not. It may wait till Sunday evening, like late at night. But either way, I will get it recorded at some point. The reason why we're starting at this point in this part of day 2 is just because this whole beginning they basically just ran a 4-man hunt, which I did go ahead and watch through, which I thought this was hilarious. Ryoso-san just being the Chad that he is, going off at one point and just fishing, and I wonder if I can find it in here without clicking to it. Scrub through until we can find it. No, there's the quest complete. He was fishing, and there it is. He was bird watching. For some reason, just because he can, but it was really funny. But outside of that, there wasn't too much new information, so I went ahead and just jumped this in, just on the off chance that there was some new stuff. But otherwise, let's go ahead and get this started. I will go ahead and have the audio playing this time, mostly just because this is, I believe it's Yuya Tokuda-san. He is the director for Wilds. I think he was also the director for World. I might be wrong on that, so I apologize if I am. But he's done an amazing job so far. We're all looking forward to the game, so props. But I figured he'll have a lot of information to go ahead and tell us, so we will go ahead and just watch it with the audio. I'm gonna actually turn it up just a little bit more, just on the off chance, because I did a little test and it was still pretty quiet. But I do know this gentleman here, I believe, is translating, and this gentleman, I think, is the community manager. I'm not as familiar with him. I'm not super familiar with the director either, outside of what he's done. So we're just gonna go with it, and we're gonna see how things go, and if he has any new information for us.
こちらは同じですね。土砂熊のクエストの
I do also want to preface, I will pause whenever I feel I need to, and I'll likely just excuse me, I'll probably go back through and put in some timestamps for this one, just on the off chance for people that want to hear my input on new mechanics or other things like that. So we'll go ahead and start.
ブリーフィングです。
So we're getting a little bit of a briefing here from Alma about the Doshagama quest we're about to go on.
That's awesome. And for those that don't know, Alma is your handler in Monster Hunter Wilds, and I hear that she's not just going to stay back at base camp, right?
Yeah, we've seen moments where she's out in the field with us, riding around.
近くにいてくれて、クエストの受注だったりだとか、支給品のサポートとかを、情報もくれたりもします。
That's right. She heads right out with you into the field. She'll be able to provide you with support information, fill up your supply pouch, and you can even pick up.
You know what? This is something I just realized. Sorry if you can hear me tapping my fingers. If this is just for the demo, I mean, it makes sense. But something I have realized is that I haven't seen a supply box this entire time. So it makes me think that it's very possible that Alma just gives us the supplies right at the beginning of a quest. I mean, if they have it programmed, she gives us these just for the demo, that's fine and all. But this is the type of stuff that would be in our box. For like the supply box at the beginning of a quest, along with the healing items and all that kind of stuff like that. Now, granted, for the demo, they probably have most of that just pre-put onto the character. But in the actual game, since we haven't seen a supply box, it's very possible that Alma just gives us the supply items right out the gate.
She'll be able to provide you with support information, fill up your supply pouch, and you can even pick up quests from her when you're out in the field together.
He actually did just mention it, so...
これも結構質問よくされるんですけど、
Oh, what weapons are you
セカンダリー
gonna go with?
選べるようになるのは、ゲーム開始直後はセカンダリーウェポンは選べません。ですからもう結構すぐのタイミングで選べるようになります。
I've been asked a few times, so to clarify for everyone, you don't have the ability to set a second weapon right at the start of the game, at the very first moment, but you get it pretty quick, so you won't have to wait long.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, that's actually good information to have.
Oh.
Dual blades?
Oh. Heavy bowgun. And dual blades.
そうですね、ちょっとこの辺に今日はしてみようかなと思います。まあ、昨日もお伝えしたんですけど、今回
Oh, even the female helmet looks good.
男性用のデザイン、女性の
For the
デザイン
Doshiguma.
を選ぶことができるようになります。性能は同じです。
Yep, so those are the weapons I've gone for, and I'm choosing my equipment here as well, and as we've explained, I think, on yesterday's stream, the male and female armor designs can be worn freely on any hunter you want to design, so you've got a lot more flexibility there.
No, that's fantastic. Like, you know, fashion game really is the end game now. You know, the community's response has been incredible. So thank you everyone for sharing your excitement about that news.
やっぱファッションハンターっていうせ
I will preface again, I really hope that, mainly because I just commented it in a reply to my video for day one, I do hope that we do still have like alpha and beta sets. The main reason I say that is simply just because we haven't seen anything so far for the end game. And I don't mean like how World had tempered monsters and it was the deco grind. Partially I do mean the deco grind. We haven't seen anything in regard to charms or decorations. And these are early game sets. They're not going to show like slots or anything like that. So it makes me curious how that's going to be handled. And it makes me very curious if that just reflects that we won't have like alpha and beta sets anymore, or varying types of sets for build diversity. Because it's one thing to have like, oh, you know, your armor sets are no longer gender locked. It's much more important to a lot of players to have the build variety. And it's cool that, you know, we can wear male or female armor sets regardless of the character's gender. But excuse me, build variety, in my opinion, is much more important. Some people prefer to go for the predetermined skills on like the alpha sets from World, and then some players, especially the ones that like to optimize more, like to go for the beta sets just because there are more slots. You can be more, your build can be more customized and tailored to what you want to do. So that is where my worry is as of right now, and that's only because we haven't seen anything else. So I'm hoping he mentions it if we have multiple sets, but we may not hear anything. I just wanted to go ahead and preface that before we continue.
活を送っているコミュニティが多いので、そのフィーチャーには非常に大きな反響をもらっています。
そうですね、あともう一つ
I'm actually glad to see some dual blades gameplay
さ
too.
なぎ装備がいつのタイミングで開放されるのかというところなんですけれども、
This little outpost is
さなぎ
nice.
を生産できるタイミングがちょっとゲーム上の、からスタートしてすぐはできないです。でまあ、しばらくしたら自由に、使えるようになります。作れるよう
Another
になります
question I know that is going to be hot on the community's lips is, at what timing of the game do you get the ability to freely create layered armor, or what people usually call transmog?
Okay,
Again, it's not available right at the beginning of the game, but
of course.
you'll unlock it as the game progresses.
Ah. So it's a gradual process in Wilds?
どんどん自由になっていくものなのか、どこかで、
どこかで一気に解放されますね。
at some point you'll unlock the whole thing.
Oh, nice, fantastic.
Okay, yeah.
Some
I
exciting
figured it
news.
would be something similar to like World. Once you got to a certain point in the story, it just
And we
unlocked
have
it.
a herd of Doshiguma.
Which basically was like once you beat the game.
Now the question is, how would Takuda-san approach this?
さあ、どういうアプローチを
Gilly Mantle.
やっぱり奇襲攻撃を当てていこうとすると、安定して当てていこうとすると、特に群れのモンスターに対してはこのギリーマントがすごく有
Sneak
効だったりし
attack.
ます。
So when you're trying to sneak up on the monster and perform a sneak attack, the Gilly Mantle is obviously the sneaker's best friend, so I've employed that.
I
here for
don't-
the sneak attack.
A great way to initiate the hunt with a nice burst of damage.
I do just want to say, I don't know if it's going to be super important to worry about sneak attacks. They don't seem to do very much damage, and I mean, don't get me wrong, 60 damage for a dual blade attack is pretty high, especially in what we are assuming is high rank. At least what I'm assuming is high rank, just because we've seen high rank materials drop. We haven't seen, I don't believe any of the gameplay we've seen anything drop from the smaller monsters. We've mainly only seen stuff drop off the alphas. And we've seen like rarity 6 materials. We've seen hide pluses, we've seen claws, all kinds of stuff like that, but it's all like what would be the equivalent of high rank materials. So it does make me curious if we're getting in this demo high rank materials because it's an alpha, or if it's that the alpha drops high rank materials and these smaller ones drop like low rank materials or something. That's something I'm kind of curious of.
でしょうあ、そうだ、この辺もあれですね。シュー
Oh, but to go back to my original point with the sneak attacks, I don't know if they're going to be super necessary just because, like, yeah, don't get me wrong, 60 damage for dual blades is pretty high in what we're assuming is the early game. But overall, like, I want to say I saw one where the greatsword didn't do much more than that either, so I don't know if they're going to be super relevant, but we'll just have to wait and see.
集中モードってこの L2 を押しているときに
It keeps going into focus mode.
オプションによっては一回
Shock
押したら
trap?
しばらくずっと集中モードをし続けるっていうのも選べますので
Focus mode is available on the PlayStation controller on the L2, but you have the option to go between hold or toggle styles. So at the moment I'm using the hold down L2 for focus mode, but those who prefer can choose to have it press once to activate and press again to deactivate.
Ooh.
That's great. So you
Okay.
can fine tune into your preferred control.
Oh, we've got
ジャスト回避を成功させるとこの
Okay,
非
so
人未可視状態
demon
っていう
mode still gives the
青白いエフェクトがついてる回避
the damaging evades, which is
You can
nice.
see there that there was a kind of a perfect timing evade
Yeah.
system built into the dual blades this time. And whenever I was to pull that off, I was able to go into the sort of the demon mode of the weapon and get an effect appear on me and it become stronger.
Oh wow, that's a nice new engaging mechanic for
Okay.
the dual blade.
Yeah, apologies to everyone who has the exact terminology for all this somewhere, but still working on exactly the terms for that. I'm a Gunlance main, so I don't know dual.
Oh, understandable. I'm sword and shield, so I'm halfway to dual blades, I suppose. But
今ボスにルアーポットは出たんですけどこれ土砂熊は群れの性質として、ボスの近くになるべく寄ろうとするという、性質のこれはこのモンスターごとに違うんですけど
Ooh, excuse
土
me.
砂熊に関しては、ルアーポットを、ボスに当てると、割と一緒に移動して
So you shot a luring pod.
So we've just used the luring pod
Yeah.
from the slinger, and you will notice this
Oh.
little sort of red beam effect showing that I'm trying to lure the alpha away in order to take it down. But depending on the monster you use it on, it'll actually have different slightly effects. So
oh yeah,
the Doshaguma are a bit of a pack animal,
Oh,
so his
nice little
bonus
chunk of
kill
damage,
on
too.
luring just him, but that won't necessarily apply to every monster in the game.
これ今お月の土砂熊がバーラハーラの竜さんに飲まれていなくなったんですけども
So I lured them across this place where I knew there was going to be a sand trap.
Mode
happening.
switch.
All of his friends unfortunately had to say goodbye, and I've managed to successfully isolate the alpha.
no, they had to dip out.
And the Balahara have also they were disappearing into the trap too.
Ooh.
ボスドシャグマのような、強いモンスターは、リュウさんに耐えてあのように戻ってきますが、弱いモンスターはあのように、実際にこうバーラハーラの巣まで落としていくことができます。
Yeah, sorry, so to be clear, the Balahar are the ones who are creating the sand trap.
Ah.
The slightly weaker monsters, they'll end up getting sucked right into it. Even the stronger alpha, you saw that
It struggled.
it was getting
nearly
sucked
went
in. And
Yeah, it
it
still
almost
took the
went in, but it
damage,
managed to
but
overcome
it just
and
didn't get
survive.
sucked in like the other ones.
逆に
お
プレイヤーもリュウさんに巻き込まれると落ちてしまうので、セクレトを呼んで回避とかをしないと落とされてしまうこともあります。
You also can get trapped in that if you're not careful. So if you look like you're about to get sucked down in there, I'd recommend quickly calling your sacred and making an escape.
Yeah.
That is very handy to know. I'll keep note of that one.
おお、違う。よいしょ。
Nasty
So if we
hit.
quickly swap to the heavy bow gun there, that's how smooth the weapon transition is.
素早く武器種セカンダリの方に変えたんです。
I've noticed
そう
the
ですね、リュウさんに落ちた
how
ので
far
自分が巻き込まれない状態からダメージを与えるために
seems to get more active the lower health you get, which is interesting. It's not
Yeah,
necessary,
I
but
see that I want to be able to be at a slightly more ranged situation here.
Ooh.
Because, I don't want to get stuck
Okay.
right next to the monster whenever.
I didn't know if you could actually take damage from that stuff, so it's cool to see that that actually does damage the monster. The lightning strike, that is.
顔に傷ができてたと思う。
So I would imagine if it hits you, it would also
Ooh.
hurt you. Spy an ancient relic? What? So was that not a monster drop? Oh, here we go.
There
Woo!
it is.
Beautiful.
The iconic dual blade spin there. I remember when we did the weapon overview.
How do we get another
community reaction to that
a
was
small
extraordinary.
Doshiguma out of nowhere? What?
武器説明 PV の反応が非常に大き
Oh
か
my
った
god, that was so much damage. You got knocked out of the air though.
It's like Doshiguma's friends have made it back.
お連れ様がまた戻ってきたんです。
そうですね。
まあ別のものかもしれないですけど。
落ちた後はまた自分の
Ancient
自由に
Wyvern
行動してくるので、時には
Account item, I would assume.
Yeah,
Because they give him
they're
10
free to
resource
try and get
points.
back whenever they manage to escape from whatever sand hell they ended up
Right
in. So
down.
in this case, they've managed to come back and support their alpha again.
And we have a new face here joining the hunt.
この見慣れないモンスター。
Oh!
レダ
Interesting.
ウを刺激を与えようと
So the Paratoad can affect Raidao, but the Thunderbugs
複数に当たってし
can't.
まいましたね。
Yeah, it looks like we
Very
accidentally,
interesting.
thankfully managed to get the Paratoad there instead of the radar, but fortunately it paralyzed him for us, so it was a happy mistake.
I was going to say, it looks like the Paratoad's contesting to be the new Apex.
What do you mean? They always were.
So the Doshagama that we're actually targeting, it's still over here.
おっ
ん
とちょっと範囲がずれてたかな。こういう時はルアーポット使うと
I think he's kind of.
Oh, he shot a luring pod.
So I'll use the luring pod again and put it back to
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say you
Boys
ain't
on the move.
grabbing him, huh? There you go.
Ah, so did we see the hook slinger there being used to kind of draw aggro?
今、スリンガーを使って攻撃してヘイトを。
そうです。石とコロとかを、チャージしてなくてもフックスリンガーを使うことで、この微細なダメージを与える
Oh man, that thing sounds so cool. I hadn't actually
Yeah,
listened
the
to its
slinger, even though
noises.
it hasn't got any ammo loaded in it, you can use it to do not very powerful attacks.
Yeah.
You can technically be attacking the monster and to also grab resources from a distance.
Ah, that's fantastic.
きますよ。
おー
God,
これ
such a cool
レダウ
attack.
の雷の高温で、ここの砂が結晶化して、フルグライト鉱石というんですけど、そういうものが一時的に発生しています
Boulderite.
You might see
He-
some Fulbright has formed here from the sand. It's actually a response to the lightning
Yeah.
of the Ray Dao. It's kind of instantly crystallizing the sand here
Yeah.
into those Fulbright ore.
That's fantastic. So the monsters can actually kind of have an impact on your physical environment.
あれが移動するときにちょっと
うん
阻止してきたり、逆にモンスターの攻撃が阻止できたりとか、ちょっとした使い方ができるようなものになります。
There's ways you can use that, but you know it's something that we'll maybe get into detail another time. But yeah, you can use it in different strategic ways whenever you want to have monsters come towards you. Perhaps.
Hmm.
Interesting. Something for the future.
That's cool. I mean, it looked like it also kind of made like a makeshift ledge.
この大来光柱というのが活性化して、 今のように刺激を与えると、しびれバナのような効果を発動させる。
Is that just
These
normal, or is that
the endemic light we just activated to create a kind of a shock trap effect? They're actually
was that a rapid fire like
so the endemic light changes whether we're in the fallow period or the plenty.
spread?
So you get new tactical advantages then, I suppose. Depending on
Dude,
when
if this demo is gonna be like full 50-minute hunts, that's gonna be awesome.
状況によってはプレイヤーにとって利点になるものが変わったりするんです。
そうですね、ある種レダウンでの攻撃的なモンスターも出てきますので、
Nice
ハ
shot.
イリターンな形には、なりますが、うまくこう環境を選択していけば大きな手助けにもなります。
Exactly. So in this period, the fallow and the extreme weather conditions, more dangerous monsters like Ray Dahl will appear, but there's also more active endemic light you can take part. You can take advantage of.
Oh, he actually tore
So
up
it's
some of
a
the
bit of a
rocks.
kind of reward time.
It's interesting. I like that. Little
Like a
heal.
bit of spice in the hunt.
Yeah.
まあなんだっけ、ヘビーボガンの話に移りますと、まあ、今回違うな、オートガードついてます。
Yeah, I was gonna say auto
まあ
guard.
モンスターの攻撃、今ガードしましたね。何もしなくてもこういう風にガードすることができますし、
Looked like he's just trying to show off the auto guard for the
So
great
you can see
or
that
heavy
there's an auto
bowgun.
guard feature on the heavy bowgun this time as well. A few times while he was talking just now, you might have noticed that the
Yeah,
monster
kind of
brushed in
like
and
that. Yeah.
the hunter was able to automatically.
Ooh, turf war.
Ooh, tough.
Is that?
Oh, it's a team effort. That sounded like it hurt.
痛そうな感じなんですね、これは。
Jeez. Yeah, that's spread. Interesting. Is that like a wyvern heart spread or something?
So for those not familiar with heavy bowgun, what were you attaching to the heavy bowgun there?
ヘビーボウガンを見られない方はちょっとわからないと思うんですけど、今の装着したのはどういうものでしょうか。
ちょっと待ってくださいね。
Give me a minute here.
No worries, it's getting quite intense.
I think it's really tough to hunt and talk and demo the game at the same time.
That's true.
We'll give it a moment.
Yeah, I could see that.
Doshaguma's definitely applying some pressure.
今すごい怒ってますからね。
It's really angry at the moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of wounds on there as well.
Ooh, that was a big hit.
There's no way I could translate
Oh,
and play
no,
at the same time.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely. I got the easy part.
よいしょ。で、こう
Mm. Ooh.
今手動のガードをしたんですけど、まあ手動のガードの方がそのジャストガード判定が、取れるので。
Wait, so remaining time 15 minutes, but up at the top earlier it was saying you still had like 40 minutes in the hunt.
So you saw the auto guard earlier. This was a
So you have
magic
15
guard,
minutes to
but
kill
it
the
has a
monster?
perfect timing.
Or like
Mechanically,
20 or
because
30
that
or
magic
something?
guard at just the right time, it caused this power clash to happen. So
Oh, wow.
it's one thing to have auto guard save you from a few knocks, but it'd be more effective for you to try and pull off a well-timed manual guard because you get rewards like this power clash.
Yeah,
was
that
the
makes
reward
sense.
Being in play there, and it was awesome to see a ranged weapon with a power clash. Kind of like, no, you can't eat this.
すごい移動して、おお、勝手に。
Oh, he just
Mm.
messed himself up just now. So.
で、今回ヘビーボウガンと、まあ、ライトボウガン共通ですけど、よしよしよし。
So yeah, I could be wrong, but that does look like a wyvern heart spread shot, which is interesting.
無限に使える形になって、無限のマーク出て
So
ます
you can
ね
see there's some infinity marks here on the normal pierce and spread ammo.
Yeah.
This is common to both the light and heavy bowgun. They're not infinitely usable, and they're actually on a gauge instead.
Oh shit, the bug's like active.
ですけど、レベルはボウガンに固定されてます。
I don't think we can
As a
actually see
balance
the
effect for this,
ammo.
their level is fixed to each individual.
I'm not seeing it anyways.
So I guess is that the same 1, 2, and 3 levels?
1、2、3段階ですか？
そうですね、1、2、3段階、で、各ボウガンごとに、まあ、このボウガンだったら通常弾レベル2と、貫通弾レベル1、3弾レベル1が、
Exactly.
使える。
So if you look in the bottom right, we can see that this particular heavy bowgun has got fixed level 2 normal ammo, and I think spread and pierce were level 1 on each one. And
Okay,
thanks
yeah,
to
we
built
can't
into
see it.
this
They're
one. So it's a trade-off.
the cam is covering it
always
up.
having them available, but not being able to have the level go higher.
Nice, so make it more accessible for those that maybe haven't tried a light or heavy bowgun before, whilst also giving those that main those weapons even more variety in their weapon choice.
ボウガンが慣れない方だったら使いやすいシステムですし、慣れている方はもうちょっと違う。
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just like a constant stream of just shots, just like old Wyvern Heart.
もできますので、
Oh, now it's
例
enraged.
えばもうちょっと通常弾のレベル上げたい。
Nasty hit.
それもできるできないことはそれぞれ
Just the way it looked rough.
今までのように3種類から3種類を全種類使えるという形ではなくなっています。
Yeah, it's something where
Oh,
you
good shot. He actually hit it.
the individual gun that you're using.
Yeah, he actually hit the wound. That was nuts.
Customization that increase those levels when you add it on, but it's the trade-off with that is that you can't use any
Nice.
type or
でこちらはライトボウガンも共通の仕様ですので、今回、こういう無限の弾を撃っていってリソースを貯めてもらってそのゲージを使った弾種を撃ったり、ライトボウガンなら速射をするヘビーボウガンなら
Damn, that seems to
このボウガン
recharge
は
really fast.
機関榴弾が使えるので、それを使ってダメージを取るような形になります。
yeah. So this is a shared feature between both light and heavy bowguns. So it's
Oh,
gonna have a bit of a different
Wyvern Heart?
cycle.
Okay.
You'll be able
Or
to pull
not
off
Wyvern
those
Heart,
limited
Wyvern
rounds
Fire.
on the fixed types that you have
Brain,
for
dude.
that gun, and you'll be able to then store
Was that
resources and store up
trank
charge to be able to
shot?
use the bigger
Oh shit.
harvesting,
He was
ammo
standing in the
types.
fire there and it was actually damaging him. It didn't fire blight or anything, but it was damaging him.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those are then you'll be able to switch to those and use them, and they're more of a limited resource to only be able to pull off once in a while.
もちろんです
You
ね、
kind of
この
special occasion.
無限に使える弾以外にもこういう普通の弾というのも、今まで通り、あります。これは調合が必要ですし、調合をしていけば、どんどん使うことができます。
Needless to say, the normal ammo types you can see here with the different elemental properties like sleep and thunder, they're still the same system where you need to craft them
Yeah.
and equip them, and then you'll have them on you and you can switch to those.
Looks like he's trying to sleep it
So
real
like
quick.
Specialist ammo, you still need to just do a little bit of preparation, but then the rewards
Yeah.
are, you know, in
It
the
popping up with a
ちょっとした
status
ことですけど、ネタ
is
と
a
か
little
そういうのも通知できますし。
annoying, I guess, but I don't know.
Oh.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah, you can see there that things like whenever the
Holy shit, hang on.
monster-
1, 2, 3. I know I saw this yesterday. 4, 7 monsters all at once in one area? Goodness. That's crazy.
you can see there that things like whenever the monster sleeps, you've got more of an indication of what's actually happening.
Blow it up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
これ
I forgot that they had said you could do this.
やらないな、今は別のことやってる
Sometimes the palico might join you in placing a bomb, but not in this case it seems.
今もしかしたら
I think I got it.
Boom.
切れちゃった
On the side. There we go. We're
Saltworm
good.
Gygos. Oh, is that maybe the crocodiles,
今ですけど
possibly?
補助器になったのでこういう回復する
Giant Vigor Wasp, Big
In
heal.
the plenty period now, and conversely
Oh.
to the ones earlier that were more
Alma.
attack-based or traps, we have more vigor wasps on the field that let you restore your health.
装飾の、モンスターも増えていますし
And the herbivores have felt it safe to come out and have a drink.
先ほどりょうさん見せたような
Did it go to
この
sleep
時期
again?
し
It
かでき
did.
ない
Wow.
環境生物もいたりします
That's
So yeah, you can really see
crazy.
how different the environment becomes during the two different conditions.
It's great to see the transformation between, you know, all the different environments there. And
What the
especially
fuck was
being
that?
fantasy Period, it's
Hold on a second.
all the different.
So the fling off, it doesn't just go straight. Like,
Environments
you
there.
literally will loop around.
And especially
It's
being
insane.
fantasy
That's so
period, it's
good.
a harsh, a violent time in the Wind
That's
Plains.
actually
And now it's a
wild,
serene
dude.
Environment with lots of small monsters.
Yeah,
Like I said, that was,
nice.
you know, Toguro-san takes down Toshiguma.
もうコメントしながらもう討伐してしまいましたね。
よいしょまあ
Yeah, they're crawling up on the monster to carve.
So let's do some carving
してあごめんなさい
or kicking.
まあ、これアルマがちょっと調査をしていたりだとか、
Yeah, so you can see that Alma is over here on the side. She's the handler. She's doing a bit of researching or investigating into the nature of the beast you just found.
And
でこのように
like you just, yeah, I casually got a beast gem.
昨日は簡単な表情をお見せしましたけど、
So on yesterday's stream, we showed the simplified, smaller notification
Yeah.
version of the quest being complete. And I've
Yeah, so
expanded it on
I want to point this out too, real quick. Rarity 6 items. So this is like technically high rank, I would assume.
簡単な表示、昨日は簡単な表情をお見せしましたけど、
So on
な
Rarity 6, Rarity
stream, we
7.
showed
You got.
the simplified, smaller notification.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying
version
to.
of the
I want to see what the ticket is. Hang on. Sorry, I really want to see what the ticket is, so. Armor Plus, Rarity 5. This is gonna be Malachite, Macalite, whatever it is. Probably Brood or Jumbo Bone, if I had to guess. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Does he go back up to it? No, he doesn't. Okay. Let me... Doshiguma Certificate S. That's what it said. A guild certificate awarded to those who have hunted a Doshiguma. Used to make equipment. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder what that entails, because that's a little different than what we've seen before. Oh.
complete. And I've expanded it now instead of going straight to quest complete. I've
There we go,
expanded
sorry.
it out to the normal rewards statistics screen.
で、よいしょ、買ったので、よいしょ、今度アルマからしてみましょうか。よいしょ、
So we cleared our target. The quest is over, but now I'm going to talk to Alma.
アルマと話せない。
She might be stuck, but it's a demo version, so
よいしょ、どっかキャンプに戻る。本当はね、いつどこでも本当に
You're trying to talk to Alma.
we should normally be able to talk to her wherever she is. But this is a pre-release version where it's everything, so I guess we need to cut them a little bit of slack.
Oh, wait, hang
So
on.
we need to cut them a little.
Kunafu. Kunafa? Kunafa? Windsong Village. Interesting. Can we see if... Yeah, it looks like it's right here. And currently we're all the way down here. Huh. Oh, that must be where we started the quest at. Very interesting.
A little bit of slack. So let's pop back to camp just to make sure.
So we do still have a fast travel instance of some sort.
ちょっとお見せしましょうかね、せっかくだから。
Maybe I can show you what it's like to actually set up a pop-up camp if we have some time.
Yeah.
よいしょ。
Fingers crossed.
Must got mining spots, still got all kinds of stuff. Goodness, all the items across the map.
探索していくと、キャンプが建てられる
Looks so big, dude. It's
お
crazy.
知らせが来て、一回見たところが、マークされて、建てられるようになりますし、場所もずっとわかるようになります。
So the pop-up camp is something you can place in certain recommended spots.
I want to point this out too. Sandpepper. So we can actually get ingredients out in the field too. Very much like it was in Dose. I don't know, that's the thing. I don't know if any other games did it like Dose did, where you actually had ingredients like that, and that's how you made the meals. Because practically every other game after that was basically just like, you unlock the meal for the kitchen, and you're good to go. I think Freedom Unites was... Freedom Unites? I'm trying to remember. I think Freedom Unites was different, where the cats were, like, depending on what cat you had, each cat had like 2 different types of food that they provided, and then you assigned that like a certain amount of them as chefs or something. It's been a long time since I've played Freedom Unite, but I think that's how it worked. But most games, it's you get the ingredient and then it just you choose whatever you're gonna do. So this is more like Dose, where you actually have ingredients you gather, and that's what determines your meals. So you can actually gather them out in the field, which is good.
Camp is something you can place in certain recommended spots that you'll discover as you explore the environment. So we've already placed one there, but if you come to a new location where it recommends placing a camp, which is happening right now, you'll see this indication pop up, and then that means
Recommended spots for camps.
It's in the shade.
Interesting.
As well, so we're off to a good start on that location.
影があって良さそうですね、この場所は。
でも土砂熊の生息圏なので
That safety level dangerous.
You can see the safety level here. This is
Oh,
going
and
to be
it costs you points to set the camp up.
Gonna live and do their thing, so
Wow, they do set it up
Some
super
feline
fast
friends
though.
here, helping us out. Just like that, we have a new camp.
けどこの中でこの R2 で
So on the bottom left, you might see R2 play with Palico.
Oh
Press
no,
that button and
I didn't even notice that.
Alright, fun time with my furry friend.
だったりだとかコーディはないかちょっとデモ版だから
Show the Palico
クエスト
equipment.
もここで受けられ
I
ま
don't
す
think any footage has shown that yet.
しますね
Some of these options are a little bit restricted because, again, this is the version we've got playing on
Yeah.
the show floor, so
Yeah.
it's not the full game. But there are some options in here that you can choose, including talking to Alma about quests, or as we're doing now, looking at the pop-up camp menu.
Ooh. What's on the menu today?
今日の献立は
魚と
This I've actually seen.
Fish,
Um,
fish.
Ooh.
Depending on what you put in here, it actually changes what the meal is too, which is fucking awesome. I love that so much.
今回
It's that Monster Hunter team attention to detail. You choose meat, you'll have meat. You choose fish, you got fish.
Yeah, if you
And
have
then it
the-
adds the secondary ingredients, all that stuff. That's
portable,
awesome. I
system,
love
you
that
can
so
use these
much.
combinations of meat, fish, and vegetables, and you have your BBQ grill with you, so you can actually pop it out anywhere, not just in the camp, and prepare a quick meal, as long as you have the right resources on you.
That's fantastic. And it looks like the ingredients you use are represented in the eating cutscene as well.
メニュー
Mhm.
で選択したものも実際に表示されて調理される感じなんですね。
そうですねはい食事の表現藤岡さんこだわってますんで
Yeah, Kaname Fujioka, the art director, is very particular about making sure that those menu options represent something you're actually going to see.
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
食材は村人から交換したりフィールドから入手したりとさまざまな入手券
I keep looking around just to see if I see anything different.
食材はフィールドから入手したりしています
Oh, actually,
ですね携帯
right there. I don't know if we see it in the camera at all, but apparently Doshiguma Razor Sharp Claw Shard. So this is a gatherable, just like a shiny, I would assume. I wonder, since it doesn't say alpha, I wonder if this is what you get from like the smaller ones, if it's just a shard, which is interesting, I guess.
体食料プラスアルファの食材はフィールドから入手したりしていきます
In addition to those portable resources that you have, the portable ingredients, you can get more food ingredients to add into the pot. Different ways of getting them, including trading with villagers.
Okay. That's kind of
環
cool.
境生物こういう走ってるようなやつもいますし
You see a little bit endemic life creature here.
実はですね今回のデモ版でも
We're just not going to talk about that right
実は
there.
ですね今回の
This bugging out. Sorry. I caught that out of the corner of my eye. It's like just stuck there. Look at
版で
it.
もちょっとレアなものが出たりとかもします
It's really
So even
funny.
in this show floor version, it's possible if you go to the right place at the right time to see some fairly rare endemic
痕
life.
跡ちょうどありましたね
Oh, yes. Show us
今
this.
回モンスターの痕跡を集めなくても目的に対しては、
So we do still have tracking, like I was saying on the other video.
追いかけていくことが
Thank
できます
goodness.
There's a trace here, which you might remember from Monster Hunter World. You don't actually have to gather these in order to chase
200
monsters though. You'll be able to get with your sacred and be guided to your target, and there's also the scout flies as usual.
完全未発見のモンスターの場合は、わからないこともあるんですけど、こうやってストーリー進行上でも、痕跡を集めていってモンスターの謎を解いて自由に狩るターンになったらもう一度知ってるモンスターなので、スムーズに、その場所までガイドしてくれるような形になります。
So when you're first introduced to a monster in the course of the story and you get a quest to take it down for the first time, of course it's something you don't know anything about in the context of the story, so you'll grab those traces and discover where it lives and its ecology. Then when you're in this free hunting environment and you're just picking up quests to find monsters to hunt, you already know it, so you don't need to go through that process again.
届くかな届かなく
So in true hunting fashion, the first time you'll have to track the monster, and then once you said you've got that knowledge, you can find it much more easily from then forth.
Wait, was that
It's also really
was
cool, I
that
know
Alma
in,
saying that she gathered
more easily,
materials?
You'll have to track the monster, and then once you said you've got that knowledge,
Hang on.
you can find it much more easily from
Yeah.
then forth. It's also
Alma
really cool, I know
goes out
in,
with you and gathers
Valhalla,
materials just
moving
like
through
the
environment there, how
the
it's kind of
Palico.
weaving in and out of the
Weird.
sand.
バラハラも動きが非常に滑らかで素直、泳ぐような形になってます。
お茶高ぶらと
See a China capital running off in the distance.
そうですね、こういう長いものの制御で、スムーズに動くのは結構の技術的な検証も必要だったんですけ
I
ど
like seeing
まあ
this where he's just kind of like roaming
開
around,
発していてこのような表現が
showing stuff
Yeah,
off.
it was a difficult development process to be able to have that long snake-like body move realistically through the environment and difficult.
I'm sure it was. We're still waiting for Legiacrus.
To achieve, but I think it looks pretty good.
Nice.
It does look really
Very
good though.
nicely done.
Like no joke, the moment I saw the Balahara in the trailer, I lost my shit because the Leviathan body was like one of the ones they had the most problems with because Legiacrus was supposed to be in World. But they couldn't get it working properly, so he got cut. So hopefully, if he's not in Wilds, maybe we get him in the expansion. We'll see. I hope he's in Wilds.
まあ環境生物こういうふうに捕まえていく
Ooh.
こともできます、ね。
Water Blight.
You can also grab the endemic life as well.
Whoa.
A fine addition
God
to the
damn.
collection.
あとなんか見たいものある
Is there anything else you want to see while we have a few moments left?
Oh, let's have a look in the caves. So can we go underground for a bit?
Yeah, I don't think we've seen too many of the caves.
はい、行ってみましょう。
We've seen like bits and pieces of it, but I don't think we've seen big chunks of it.
We can do. I mean, if the Balahara behave properly, we should be looking good.
洞窟いくつかちょっと入り口があったっすから。
Oh,
Yeah, there should be an entrance here that we can easily enter.
Ah.
シルベムシで、シルベムシ、
should be. Like you don't know your own
に
map.
対して見させてやるのが一番早いよ。
This guy.
You can also place a waypoint and have your sacred lead you there directly, not just on a monster, but in any
Oh,
possible
nice.
location. So if you see a cave on the map and you want to go there, just pin it and you'll be brought straight there.
Oh,
That's cool.
fantastic. So if you know there's some decent resources in the
Ooh,
area,
potential
or a camp
campsite.
you wanna go
Oh,
to,
pop-up camp.
You can set a waypoint
That's
anywhere
fine.
rather than
That's still
having
cool,
to be in
though.
a fixed like item like a monster.
そうですね、まさにこことかはセーフ。
Safe.
So unlike the previous one, we've got a safe
Oh.
recommendation here. This hidden cave is going to be a fairly decent place to put a camp up.
Oh, nice. Okay, so there are safe ones, then there
セク
are
レットでしか
secondary
行けない探
ones.
索する場所もあります。逆に徒歩じゃないと
Snow
いけない場所とかも
Oh, that's
徒歩でしか
unfortunate.
入れない
So we were able to go here only on foot. You might notice that the sacred
Ah.
couldn't follow. And conversely, there are also areas where you'll have to be on the sacred in order to traverse them. So you're going to need to use both to discover everything.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Most of the mobility provided to you. I like it. I like it. And well played as well on taking down Doshikuma there with the dual blades and heavy bowgun.
Hi, Doshaguman Tobatsu, otsukaresama deshita.
So as we asked yesterday, I'm going to have to ask it again. What kind of players would enjoy dual blades and heavy bowgun, in your opinion?
So, Ken,
I'll just go ahead and end it there. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and end it there. Still,
と適正距離が短い
really looking forward to the next video for sure. There was a lot of information in this one. I don't think I'll need timestamps overall, but there's a lot of really interesting information in this one. I might start checking out some other people's videos just to see if I see anything new too, or hear anything new, because I mean, dude, there's so much information out there right now, and it's just like, you know, like, just because so many people are playing right now and trying different things, doing different things. Like, there are people probably out there testing all the weapons, there's people out there exploring the map, everything. So, lots of info out there, and it's just trying to find it all just so you know everything if you can find it all out. So, hopefully you enjoyed. I am jumping off of here, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. The next day, I don't know. I'll see y'all later.